petitioners claimed that various electoral offences were committed by officials of the first respondent, that is IEBC. No evidence was placed before us to prove that allegation. What we saw in evidence was a systematic institutional problem, and we were unable to find specific fingerprints of individuals who may have played a role in the commission of irregularities.
Only last evening, the Electoral Commission may have had reasons to believe its critics, led by Raila Odinga, will give it a break, judging by the Chief Justice ruling. But IEBC commissioners and the Secretariat are not yet off the hook. The National Super Alliance now pushing for criminal proceedings against them for allegedly bungling last month's election.
Until those individuals who are responsible for these criminal acts are brought to book, removed and prosecuted, then we are ready to go for elections within 60 days. This is a matter that requires full investigations, and the Director of Public Prosecutions did promise that at the end of this case.
The coalition reiterated the arguments today in a statement sent after meeting with officials of the Carter Center. NASA leader Raila Odinga now putting on the spot Director of Public Prosecutions Keriako Tobiko to investigate the IEBC boss's failure too. The coalition will commence private prosecutions. The DPP, however, said this evening that he was studying the detailed judgment before determining whether or not to go after IEBC officials. NASA maintains the repeat election will waste billions of taxpayers' money, and thus those responsible for the annulment deserve prosecution.
In our view, therefore, the IEBC headquarters is for all intents and purposes a crime scene that should be preserved, and documentation and materials preserved for purposes of carrying out these investigations. On our part, on the basis of what we have, we are prepared to give assistance to the Director of Public Prosecutions.
The reason we have to change those officials is because they failed to follow the law in the first place. And if they are not changed, despite the law being good, they might refuse to follow it again, and we'll end up exactly where we are.
Our journey to Canaan was sabotaged by these saboteurs. But we are definitely on our journey to our destination. And when the time comes, we will be able to reach Canaan. And therefore, keep the hope alive. We shall overcome, and we shall eventually achieve our objectives.
Odinga maintaining a hard stance that the elections will only be held after the irreducible minimums they tabled to the IEBC are met. With the full Supreme Court judgment that nullified President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election now out, the National Super Alliance principals maintain that they will only participate in the repeat polls when the electoral body IEBC prepares a free, fair and verifiable election. Stephen Letoo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.